is still the key.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, action!
The Pedagogic in-Service Training Program, also known by its acronym ISTP Cameroon, is an educational partnership program of the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, the Cameroon Baptist Convention, and the German Protestant Service Bread for the World. ISTP focuses on educational quality improvement, incorporating teaching quality development with aspects of education for liberation, social justice and peace education, integrating and developing life skills, problem solving, contextualizing the breaking of gender stereotypes, and environmental issues. With one of its dimensions being the promotion of the Protestant profile, which insists on the autonomy of the person and respect of human dignity, the ISTP has adopted the bottom-up approach to solving contemporary issues. The ISTP is aware that society is facing challenges including human rights abuse, lack of freedom of expression, and violence due to the persistent autocratic and oppressive elements in the society. In an endeavor to address these, especially violence, gender stereotypes, and oppression, the ISTP has organized a workshop on forum theater in partnership with Draufsicht Bamenda and Cercle International pour la Promotion de la Création, CIPCRE.
With your right hand, make a circle in the air, but do a circle. Try to do a beautiful circle. You see, yeah.
Forum theater was originally developed in 1973 by Augusto Boal, a Brazilian popular educator, cultural activist, dramatist, director, and city councillor. It is designed to be about, by, and for communities struggling with oppression. Whether addressing the dynamics and effects of racism, marginalization, addiction or violence, forum theater is participatory theater in which a spectator intervenes and changes the vision of the world as it is into a world as it could be.
We invite the audience to replace the protagonist, not to tell us what to do, but to replace the protagonist and invade that scene and use the same language that we are using here. Not we use here the language of the theater, which is extremely rich, and then ask the audience to use only the voice, only the words. Let them come here and assume also this language, which is a language that becomes to every one of us, because all of us, we use the same language as the actors do on stage. And since we are children, we play theater until the adults tell us to take life seriously and not play anymore. And when they do that to us, which is a crime, a static crime, we are deprived of this powerful language, which is theater. This form of theater, we start calling that the forum theater. Why forum? Because in Latin America, people used to say, let's do a forum. We want forum after a play. Forum was the discussion after the play was done. No? And then I said, here is not the forum after the play. It's the forum theater. It is during the play, part of the play. Now we are doing that. The forum theater, among other forms of the theater of the oppressed, is practiced in many, many countries, including the United States. There are many centers of theater of the oppressed all over the world. And here in New York, you have one. In Omaha, Nebraska, you have one. In Los Angeles, you have one. In Seattle, you have another. In many places here, many cities here of this country, in most of Africa, in almost all of Europe, in Asia, in Korea, it is developing. This form of theater does not replace the other forms. When I write a play, I don't want anybody, like a play that I wrote about my exile. I tell what happened to me in my exile. That's my witnessing my life. I don't want anybody to say, stop, I'm going to show you what you should have done when you were being in prison. I don't want that. I want to show what I know. As a director, I use plays of other people, and I have the right, and I go on doing that. I use the plays of other authors to show what we want what I want to say. And then the forum theater does not replace any form of theater, but it is irreplaceable in itself. It's a specific form in which there is a dialogue, in which we try to recapture this possibility that we have of expressing ourselves totally and not only through verbal language.
Forum theater is designed to achieve this by, first, developing a conventional play that reflects the community's lived experiences of a chosen issue that has led to an unresolved crisis within that context.
So you are not walking this time around, you can already on the floor, and then your neck is on her and beating at the same time, and then she is happy about it.
This play is then presented to the broader public in a participatory format such that the knowledge, aspiration, and capacities of this public may be brought to bear. After observing the play a first time, the play is performed again. Audience members are invited to stop the play at any point, replace a character whose experience they feel they can understand, relate to, and attempt to change the course of dramatic action. In this way, spectators are transformed into spect-actors, not only observing, but truly acting to change the scenes they are presented. This workshop has brought together people from the education community such as teachers, students, school administrators, among others. So to succeed within the time frame, a set of rules and regulations are developed by the participants and facilitators. None of the participants present here today are professional actors. Therefore, every energizer is meant to help participants learn to enhance their skills.
And exactly, and you copy very well. This is theater, huh? You look very well, and you try to be the other person, like you're playing a role, huh? Yes. Okay, Mr. Fred.
Fred!
And
Fred!
And
Winifred!
Winifred!
When you meet the eye, you run and try to look at the corner of your eye. You're just one like me.
Are you so courageous?
I'm afraid. If you are afraid, don't look, don't run already, don't look and run. Look and run.
Forum theater has proven to be very instrumental in addressing contemporary issues, where most often the marginalized have no voice, choice, or control over their own livelihoods. Thus, revisiting the background and practice of forum theater is important to the participants.
Then we'll have the necessity, they should see the necessity for the change or the injustice in the scene. Then they should easily see the oppressed and the oppressor in your scenes and the desire of the oppressed to change his situation. Then we should also see the strategies the oppressor uses to oppress the oppressed.
so if it's only a victim that's only crying all day, we don't want to be that person. But if it's someone who tries, like we try every day, but then we fail, then we hope there will be the motivation, the same desire we have here to change, will be in the public to come to change and to really change reality. Because the purpose is not to only change on scene, but to practice for real life. So if, for example, yes, my husband beats me at home, I see a scene where someone is beaten on stage. My heart is beating very much, but I think, hey, in this moment, she could have said, no, please, and then I call my neighbor to help me, or something like that. I don't know, huh?
Due to the large numbers of participants, they are separated into two groups, where each group will then be further separated into two groups to facilitate the training and development of 4 plays at the end of the training.
Just more or less students, university students, students all the same. Therefore, all those who are students can constitute one group. But before we know the size of that, it would be nice that those who are students can just stand from where they are. You can stand so that we just see the type of size. Those who are students and also Draufsicht, university students, and then postgraduate students, they are students of sense. Okay? Well, some of Draufsicht members may choose to be their teachers, but very soon we are going to other group of persons, school administrators, teachers, and other persons. They will be in a separate group. Now, can we say that where we should go to each place?
To the nursery.
Okay, the smaller group, you see, colorize this group, the Draufsicht group students.
As the participants move to their various halls, one striking unjust experience amongst the whole bunch of live unjust experiences is top on their minds. They need to concert, synchronize ideas, and come up with plays that reflect real-life experiences of group members. In the group of students and Draufsicht members, they have one common denominator in the conception of their plays: the injustice and violence that exist in secondary schools whereby senior students bully junior students and freshmen, an ordeal almost all group members relate to.
Yes, and you are walking majestically. When you see me, get to the gate. Yeah. Boxing your resignation. It doesn't care whether I used to or not. That's what they did to me when I got here. Get to the gate with their luggage on their head and run to there. That's 5 seconds. The luggage on their head, that's too much time. My head.
Run! 1.
Senior, please, used to there.
Get there and give me 5 seconds. That is 7 seconds.
I'm serious.
Please. Please, I'm begging.
You have to join me.
Yeah, please. No, but please, just let him go. Please.
You are drinking water. Give it to me. She's drinking the same thing I'm drinking.
It's yours.
Nonsense.
And for your information, you have to pay a minimum tax there.
While in the other hall of teachers, school administrators and others, one theme runs through their plays: domestic violence.
Be fast, you buy, we eat now.
The chicken stew is of a different level. The chicken is...
You know, the food that is there, you buy, enjoy and asking me to do. You're not even happy to have one that is cake.
He said, no, please. Is that why I taught you? Rose, why Mama didn't chat? What's wrong with this child?
After the conception of the play, the various actors start rehearsing with the support of the facilitators. The use of costumes and props on stage is then introduced to enhance performance, make scenes feel more authentic, and help actors play their role more adequately. These costumes will later be given to the spectators when they come on stage to become actors, so as to make them fit and relate better to the role they would like to assume and make better. Pre-presentation is done to appreciate, criticize, and make corrections for the presentation proper. In the course of the training, the Joker is also being trained as he is the host of the night show, who will coordinate the show together with everyone. The role of the Joker is not to decide what needs to be better and how to make it so, but to assist the spect actors in making the situation of the oppressed better. Finally, the big night show is here. First of its kind for the people of Bamenda who are yet to discover the power of forum theatre. Most people here are expecting to applaud the actors and take home messages. Little do they know that tomorrow's change starts with today's action from them in life-changing performances at the Presbyterian Church Center in Tamulum.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
After a performance from the group that has not only appealed to reason, but also to emotions and passion, the spectators are now the actors who will try to find better solutions for the oppressed in any of the acted scenes.
This is where, take this. I'll talk with mommy about you. I'll present your case to her.
Thank you.
Okay, have a nice day. Let me go to work.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, all these children are the children.
And then?
Though Maureen is a househelp, but she does much work. You can also do that work.
Am I refusing her?
In addition to that, you beat her up. Why do you beat her?
Does she do things on time?
Well, she does. She tries more than your own children.
She's boring.
No, yes. You are spoiling our children.
The objective of Forum Theatre is to foster bottom-up development by encouraging communities to become active participants, promoting a higher questioning and analysis that really begins to empower transformation, has been met today. There is a general feeling of satisfaction by the participants, organizers, and spect actors.